So I'm gonna do this on the fly. So I've done recent videos about Assassin's Creed, and I just ran into the most ignorant video of all time. I ran into some really good other ones too from some African American people and people from other cultures who are actually smart about this. This guy is full blown ignorant. Now let's really watch this, y'all. It blows my mind how he's just embarrassing everyone. And he may be paid off, who knows? But yeah, somebody has to defend the woke agenda and defend Ubisoft, right? You always gotta have those people that want to defend corporations. You know what I mean? And then just straight up call people racist while providing anything intelligent. That's why we got to go into this. And as a matter of fact, let's just take a look at this other video right quick of someone who actually didn't do a terrible job at covering it. Because I watch a lot of these videos. His wasn't too bad.
Yasuke.
Let's just see what he says real
has
quick.
900K dislikes and over 55,000 people petition to have your game canceled. You know you really messed up. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah, I forgot to
This
give
is
him a like.
Yasuke. Yasuke is the black protagonist for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Out of all the Assassin's Creeds, every location.
Stick with me, y'all. It's worth it.
Norway, Egypt, Baghdad. Ubisoft decided that the Japanese one is the day we should introduce our black protagonist.
Good job. You're intelligent. This guy immediately realized it because it's like, why the first time or when you're doing this, you're using me to just disrespect another nation on so many ends. Then you make my character gay. Then you say it's historically accurate. Everything you're doing is wrong. Why don't you represent me in a real manner? You know what I mean? Why don't you include me in that? Why don't you include the other culture? Somebody up over in France, right? Because that's where the headquarters is at, is controlling two races without their consent.
I'm not sure how that conversation went inside that office, but they really need to reevaluate their thought processes through that, right? Like I said at the beginning, the game has over a petition to cancel.
It's way past that now, because this was 6 days ago.
55,000 signatures criticizing its historical accuracy and cultural respect. The petition accuses Ubisoft of Asian racism and calls for the games released to be canceled until the studio shows.
And we know how sunny Japan is, how funny they are, how they make everything for the whole world. And this other dude, boy, y'all get ready.
Sincere research and respect for Japanese history and culture. I don't know if Ubisoft is living under a rock, but they have to be like, oh, well, there's no way it's that bad, right? It's, there's no way it's that bad. It's no, yeah, 800K dislikes. This
way past that now.
It's okay.
This was 6 days ago.
Nope. There's a list of multiple different videos.
Now, this is not about this video, but that's why I wanted to give you guys an idea between somebody who actually right away I could say good. You know what I mean? There's zero issues I have with this guy. He's actually doing a good job. Now get ready for a massive brain cell downgrade.
At one point in time, I truly believed that this world was on a path to change. However, with these last 5 years or so, it has proven that this world would never change. What I'm talking about today is the Assassin's Creed Shadow situation and how those out there who has a problem with the game choices is displaying their racism and playing.
Okay, so we're going to keep going here. So what he's saying here is that Japan is racist, and for their petition to defend racism that's clearly done against them on so many angles. I got so much stuff over here. You guys can even look at my other videos. Are displaying racism. To him, the Japanese culture is racism. And Ubisoft does no wrong. You're going to see this too. This is just mind-blowing how dumb this guy is and ignorant. Like I said, he could be getting paid off.
Sight.
But I
Now
doubt it.
look, before I get started, I would like to make two things pretty clear. One, I may very well offend people with today's video. I just want to make that clear.
You're not offending me. You're annoying me with your ignorance.
And two, if I do offend others with today's video or the context of today's video, I do not care. And one of the
He doesn't care.
main reasons why is because I was offended first.
So he was offended first. It's about him. It's not about Japan and what Ubisoft is doing. And also, I mean, they are insulting African people for sure, and the wrong means. But the biggest insult is to Japan, and that's pretty obvious. I think anyone with, basic education can see that.
That's how I feel. Now, today's article comes from Game Rant. It is titled Petition to Cancel Assassin's Creed Shadows is Blowing Up. A petition calling for the cancellation of Assassin's Creed Shadows is blowing up online with nearly 73,000 signatures at the time of this writing.
More than that now.
Over 3,000 of which were just signed today.
More than that.
Assassin's Creed Shadows has proven controversial since the game was first revealed to the public.
Like Ubisoft and the woke agenda over there, you know, didn't know that was going to happen. Oh, we're going to launch this. It's just all going to be golden. You know what I mean? It's just Jesus magic. Yeah, okay.
Fans has been asking for a main series Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan for years, but the game's main character has caused significant controversy. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It's not about Yasuke being black. It wouldn't even change if it was a Hispanic guy, Caucasian, anyone. Japanese have made this quite clear, and I'll even show you some comments. This is about you trying to represent their history in the wrong manner without their consent. And it's not fiction. You said this is historical accuracy, and you want to make this as real and authentic as possible. This is not about Yasuke. And how the hell are they racist when they have made Yasuke in a fighting game, and they put him also inside of Neo? And they let the world know that that happened. If you were, we wouldn't even know about him. He wouldn't even exist. Idiot.
Features two playable protagonists, female shinobi Naoi and African samurai, or if you don't want to acknowledge him as a samurai, you can call
Afro Samurai was fabricated. It's not real.
him an African retainer, Yasuke.
I love Afro Samurai,
Some
but
has
it's not real.
criticized Assassin's Creed Shadows for featuring an African, as one of the main characters instead of someone Japanese. While Yasuke was a real-life historical figure, there are those who have accused the game of portraying him inaccurately.
They're not. Guys, do you think it's cool that he's sleeping with Nobunaga? Representing the face of Japan as a protagonist that's not Japanese? That's not inaccurate. Him hanging out with Naoi, and they're talking to each other like the Japanese spoke English in like the 15th, 16th century, and he spoke Japanese, or vice versa. They understood each other. That he was a master of Bushido in less than a year, and became a samurai, while also wielding the club as well. And that armor was based around the Japanese people, and there's a clear difference in size between those two. And he just has custom-made armor. He's a master of Bushido, and he can speak all Japanese, all under a year. It's not inaccurate, yeah. Okay.
Others seem to be upset about Yasuke simply being black.
This has nothing to do with that.
Regardless, those upset about Assassin's Creed Shadows' choices of a protagonist have now created a petition demanding the upcoming open world game to be canceled. Sorry about that, man. I got goddamn advertisement jumping up all over this thing. But regarding this situation, it is a shame. That's right. It is a damn shame. Why? For one, Assassin's Creed has never been a historically accurate game. None of the Assassin's Creed game has been historically accurate. What they have done with Assassin's Creed is create their own folklore, like that of Johnny Appleseed or John Henry, right? That's all Assassin's Creed does. This is the same thing they're doing with Yasuke. We all know.
That's all he sees. That's all they're doing. There's no wrong here.
Yasuke was not in Japan for all that long, right?
Obviously.
We all know that. All this game is an episode in the fictional world that Ubisoft is setting up.
That's all he sees. Cultural theft. The politicians in Japan are getting involved. We're gonna go over that. Let's take a look at this real quick. Shadows, throwing away the original story, and instead of running with... By the way, I did this in May 15th when this controversy first went off. Ubisoft changed Assassin's Creed Shadows. The wiki of Japan, by the way, they changed their history. This is fantasy, you know what I mean? Why do that if it's just fantasy? Yasuke, you probably mistyped that, an obscure black retainer of Nobunaga. He's a retainer. By the way, the original story was a Japanese protagonist before the woke people came in there and replaced him. By the way, people don't know about that either. That's why you don't want ignorant people talking. That also means a slave because Nobunaga's evil. We all know that. That's front and center. An Ubisoft writer who worked on the game says the original story was completely different. Somebody who actually worked there. But this is not the worst part. It's also the fact that they changed
Dookie over an edit war to change what the definition is.
They went and changed Japanese history and tried to fabricate it to fit the narrative of the game. If it's just fantasy, why are you going this far?
And if that doesn't prove what the hell is going on right now in the world to change and fix agendas to fit a narrative, I don't know what does. This is not historically accurate when you can go in.
Because they're big about saying this game is going to be historically accurate and it's going to be as authentic as possible. Let's go to another video that I made right here. You guys ready for this right here? Has now apologized for using the flag. However, it said it will no longer use the... You also stole... This is where the cultural theft comes from, to represent Japan and try to make it historically as accurate as possible. But you stole this from a random parade recently. That has nothing to do with anything. Associated artwork with one exception. The presumably already printed physical art book featured in the collector's edition of Assassin's Creed Shadows. So they're using their artwork to promote and market. Ubisoft has said it strived to make the world of Assassin's Creed Shadows as authentic as possible. Authentic is possible, not fiction. If they started with legal disclaimer, these are all translated from what Japanese people are saying. For a fiction and had not claimed that they know the truth of Japanese history, these flaws would be dismissed or regarded as part of entertainment. The fate of fools who pretend to be wise is always tragic, like this guy making this video. Hey brother, I'm Japanese. I brought news today. Today it has been discovered that Japanese cultural assets are being used in Assassin's Creed Shadows game without permission. To use this cultural assets, they must apply and pay a usage fee in advance. Did Ubi pay? No, they didn't, because they didn't include Japan in it, and they didn't even include any African, American, or African consent. Period. They didn't use anything. They're messing around with two cultures without their consent. And then saying it's historically accurate and it's going to be as authentic as possible. And there is historical accuracy in here, but there's also certain fictions too. And that is a mixture of historical accuracy and fiction. If you would have just said fiction, like most Japanese have been telling me in these comments, because I know what I'm talking about. You guys go take a look at my videos and read all the comments for yourself. Then this wouldn't be a problem. It has nothing to fucking do whether he's a black character or not. He could be Hispanic, the same thing will be going on. He could be Chinese, the same thing will be going on. This moron is completely missing the point here, and I get annoyed with this ignorance. And then you're trying to call them racist by not seeing who's actually racist here and playing both races standpoints with both races and are insulting people and victimizing people like him. This is another Japanese guy that came in. As you see, like I said, I can go back to you guys. These guys are all Japanese. There's nothing more embarrassing than an adult who can't apologize. Stop scratching your feet. All you have to do is admit, I plagiarized without realizing it. I'm sorry, it wasn't a historical fact. This is what they're pissed off about. You see what I'm saying here, guys? But like I said, we can literally keep going down here and just read a lot of things here. And a lot of these people are not pissed off because of Yosuke. They actually told you who he was. It came from Japan. That's their history. Samurais also have a last name. He was not giving a last name. Also a fact. But yeah, like I said, Japanese people rarely get angry, but when they do, they pay close attention to the details. There's so much stuff here. Like I said, I got this video over here to cover a lot of things over here. Not only that, but they showed no struggle with him. Like, we're going to keep going into this, guys. This guy says right here, thank you for bringing this up. Until he released the video, no matter how many Japanese people complained, they were ignored. Criticism was treated as racism. That's what's happening right here. Japanese people don't care what race a samurai is as long as it's fantasy. Ubisoft claims to be historically accurate, distorts history, and announces one elementary mistake after another. It highlighted the lack of respect for culture, the hypocrisy of excluding Japanese people while shining about inclusivity and discrimination against Japanese people. Yusuke was simply being used. Yes, to mask that for people like him that are ignorant. Thank you for taking it up. Until this video, no matter how many appeals Japanese people made, they were ignored. Criticism was treated as racism. Let's go back over here and continue now.
It's not the actual history of Japan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. And I know people are going to say, well, oh, the Japanese really care about their history. I can't fucking tell.
Moment of silence. I think Zombieland is in his brain, and he just talk about disrespect and ignorance. Talk about embarrassing your own people too. This is crazy. Y'all hearing this?
I mean, he was there. He was a servant to one of the great lords of China, right?
What?
I'm sorry, of Japan. Nobunaga. I said China. Now, I know for a fact that may have been offensive. Chinese people do not like to be called Japanese, and Japanese people don't like to be called Chinese.
Yeah,
but
we didn't know
either
that.
way, I screwed up on that one. But
Good job.
hear me out. Hear me out. In Japan, they even use Yasuke as a folklore figure. That's right. They have Yasuke in all kind of stories in Japan.
But they're racist for signing the petition. Oh yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's in Neo. He's in another fighting game.
But here it is. Assassin's Creed Shadows is giving you Yasuke in the same way, and they have a problem with it.
That's all he sees is because it's Yasuke. That's why this is a problem. This is somebody who's ignorant and has not talked to the Japanese culture. This is somebody who's speaking for Japan like he knows what he's talking about. Wrong.
And you have people out there saying, man, it's based in Japan. It should have been a Japanese lead, man. I don't care what you say.
But every other game was. You guys know that? Look it up. Why only do this with Japan? Yeah, Ubisoft is racist towards Japan. I think it's pretty obvious, right? This is intelligent facts that we can go on about all day. That Japan has provided so much context on why this is wrong. People like him to just say racist. I still haven't seen you say anything intelligent yet to provide me how Japan is racist.
See, the only thing that has to be is based in Japan. They have multiple stories that happen in Japan that you can tell about that country. You can even go to Pearl Harbor. Think about that for a second. World War II. Or was it? Yeah, World War II. And here it is, you're trying to tell me that Ubisoft did something wrong. No, what's wrong is your ass.
Moment of silence again. Ubisoft did nothing wrong. What's wrong is Japan. Now you guys kind of see what I'm saying? I kind of feel like he might be being paid for some woke agenda on the side or something. Or what the fuck is wrong with this dude? What a moron! See what I'm saying? This is the most ignorant person I've ever seen on this subject so far. More African people have commented on here too, saying this guy is out of his mind. Let's go down here a little bit. Yeah, one of those that think good morning is a racist comment. I've translated some of this. Oh man, you don't know how the signals were started, so you're misunderstanding. Firstly, what infuriated the Japanese was when the director of Assassin's Creed Shadows said in an interview why the main character was not a Japanese man. We want to go to this real quick, guys? Watch this.
The consultants, they hire no guy.
So actually very little is known about Yasuke, which is...
This is so arrogant.
If you want to know anything about him, go work with Japan.
Our samurai.
We were first looking for someone who could be our samurai. In other words, someone who could become our eyes despite not being Japanese. That can't be called racist, though. Imagine, remember, they went in their nation recently and said this in front of them in an interview. And then said that there's very little knowing about Yasuke, but yet you want to make this as authentic as possible. And it's historical accuracy and some fiction with some of the things they did. Just want to point that out real quick. And change their Wikipedia. History that has never been altered. None of this is disrespectful. You can just fuck with other people's history. You can insult them. You can be racist towards them. You can just go in their own nation. And, I mean, it's just insane how ignorant this dude here is. It blows my mind. Well, the problem with society is people like him.
That's what's wrong. 73,000 signatures on a damn petition. That is a shame. You took the time to go write that. You ought to be
You took the time to make this video.
ashamed of yourself.
They should be ashamed for standing up against corruption and racism and imperial manipulation and victimization of two cultures that they don't have the right to do that without their consent.
Damn shame. And trust me.
But I'm still trying to figure out, you see, my problem with people like this, where is your intelligence again and your actual facts and along lining it to show where the racism is at? You still haven't provided me anything. Simple-minded, fool.
Ubisoft isn't going to miss 73,000 sales. I'm sorry. People are excited about this game.
Yeah, that's what this is about. Now, yeah, so what? Who cares about you? Everyone that's not Japanese is excited about this game. That's what he's saying. You know, there's some things he says later on. I would be out in the streets. Let's kick you in your damn jaw and break your jaw one time. Because I kick. But anyways.
Damn the racists.
And you'll see why I said this.
Because you guys are just hindering society, ladies and gentlemen. And you're trying to hide it behind.
Actually, society is hindered by people who lack development and awareness and know how to look at things on all angles and see from all sides and actually talk to people and then make, an intelligent video rather than this buffoonery right here. You are one of the most ignorant and dumbest people that I've ran across in this subject. And you're also very rude. And you don't know what you're talking about. You are just embarrassing yourself. You should have never made this video. Because people that are brighter than you are going to make you look dumb. I hate to say it, man, but a lot of other people need to do the same. This guy literally needs to get put in his place. That's why I'm doing it, and I'm going to post it to him, too. So I can show him how ignorant he is.
Find this anti-woke culture as if you're not being racist. Yes,
Anti-woke. He's calling people anti-woke. I wonder what you are.
the hell you is.
And Japanese are anti-woke and they're racist.
I know what racism looks like.
Oh, he does, right? I guess Ubisoft didn't do anything racist.
I'm black, ladies and
So that means you know racism better than everyone else because you're trying to define yourself by a color spectrum rather than an actual race. Black is not a race, neither is white. They're spectrums of color. I can go to Viking territory and see somebody with white skin. I can go to Russia, white skin. I can go to China. I can go to Japan. Are they the same? I wouldn't define myself by a spectrum of color. That's apparently how he sees himself and how he sees this. Like I said, he's pretty simple-minded and ignorant, but he's not even simple-minded in a bright way. He's simple-minded as in like he has the IQ of a gnat, and he's completely ignorant.
gentlemen, I've seen it all my life.
Oh, okay. You've had so much experience of it, but apparently you don't see anything now. Oh, man. The right challengers came into your world. I'm a Michael, buddy, and I'm going to rip you to pieces. You are wrong on so many manners, and I'm not going to be nice about it. Everything you keep saying is double standard and hypocritical. You are making yourself look stupid by saying that, but yet you said Ubisoft has done no wrong, and that the only people that are wrong are Japan, when they had nothing to do with this development. And that it's okay because it's a black character. That has nothing to do with this situation. I explained that in this video earlier.
No one can tell me what I'm not witnessing here.
No one can tell him anything. He's right. He's 100% right. And he sees everything. Doesn't see much, actually.
And then you also have the Coon brothers out there who's trying to...
Now he's calling y'all coons, by the way, who's agreeing with Japan. So he's not only attacking Japan, he is attacking you too. He's not going to call you racist, though, because you have to not be black to be racist.
blow smoke up the racist ass so they can be accepted into their.
So they can't be intelligent. They're just only blowing smoke up their ass. That's the only plausible outcome to this. It's racism only. So they haven't provided any reason why. And the people that are doing the right things and defending Japan and doing the right things because they're the ones that are being attacked and also being insulted by the way they use Yasuke are coons that only blow smoke up racists' ass. That's it. There's no other way to see this. That's what I said. My brain is like this big.
Society because they hate themselves.
I think this guy hates himself, to be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest about it. I love myself. You can see that, man. I'm saying I love the shit out of myself. And the Japanese culture love themselves so much that they're able to provide the world with so much amazingness. We've all seen it. Their love is very, very bright. One of the most visited spots in the world for a long, long, long time. You want to talk about lack of love, buddy? I think you're in the wrong ballpark here. Saying.
That's how I feel. You guys are straight clowns. Straight up. I want to round with all of you. Step in the street with your boy so I can bring you to school. This is getting out of control.
That's what he wants to do now after seeing this. That's his reply after ignoring all of that in front of him. Boy, this guy needs to go to the eye doctor a week, for the rest of his life every week.
It is absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason why anyone should be acting like this over a fictional game. It's
only fictional. That's all he sees. There's no. They didn't say anything. The people that are developing the game, by the way.
Damn fictional. Look it up in the dictionary. The word.
We know what fiction is, moron. You just don't know what this game is made about because you're ignorant.
Fictional. It's not real. Yeah, it's taking.
What's not real is your point of view. You can't see anything. Your eyes don't work. Neither does your brain or intelligence either. I hate to say it. You're embarrassing people here. You ought to be ashamed for making this video.
Taking place in feudal Japan, and it's taking inspiration from true stories that happen in Japan, but the story that Assassin's Creed Shadows is trying to tell is not a true full story of that of Japan. What is the problem? What is the...
He doesn't know what the problem is. He's not Japanese either, so he didn't care to even... All he sees them as racist. Of course he can't see anything.
Problem. A black man is starring in the game, and
yeah, black man, historian in the game, woke agenda.
You guys cannot accept that.
That's what this is all about, and it's fiction.
It seems that every time black folks get something,
They've been in plenty of games, and this has never happened.
You find a reason to hate it.
That's all he sees. You see what I mean? It's idiots like this. I think somebody needs to update this guy's model. He thinks like he's like in 1940s or something. I don't even know if he's even plausible for that, because some of those people were intelligent. They actually lived better than what people do now.
That's how I feel. And if you ask me, the hate that is being portrayed here is something you guys need to look in the mirror and understand. The same hate that you give us is the same hate that we can issue back out.
All right, man. I've had enough of this guy. Does this guy not know that the highest murder rate on the planet is by Africans? They kill their own kind more than anyone. They come and kill other races more than anyone. They treat their women the worst and beat on them the most. They chase Caucasian women a lot and abandon them for their own kind. They even steal and kill from their own people way too much. What the fuck is he talking about? There's a lot of hate coming from black people. I mix myself. See, the interesting thing here too is that he shouldn't be saying this as if like there's no such thing as hate coming from a black person, and that everyone else is hateful and we're not. Like you see this game this guy is trying to play here. Like, you are embarrassing black people. Just stop, because that's the word y'all like to use. I don't even like using that word. The word I like to say is I would say colored, African American, Hebrew. But this guy right here is embarrassing colored people, and he should stop. He's wrong in so many manners. You don't know what you're talking about. Just stop.
See, that's the difference between me and you. I don't hate you because you exist. But when it comes down to me, You cannot stand my existence.
I cannot stand your ignorance is what I cannot stand. Like how ignorant you are, bro. And how we can go see other people that are colored that are literally seeing the wrong done here to Japanese people. And also how they're trying to victimize colored people and turn people against each other. See, you're the type that gets puppeted by the politician and turns against the people they're being racist against. Just like they play this black and white game where they get the blacks to turn against whites and whites turn against blacks, and behind it is the devil playing the puppet master. He's one of the puppets that are turning against Japanese and calling them racist and defending a billion-dollar corporation when they've done so much wrong here. And everyone knows it. This is pretty obvious. I can't believe this guy cannot see this. That he tries to justify it with some stupid bullshit, political nonsense. Like, it's so stupid. Like, bro, wake up here and speak some facts here first. And provide some facts and evidence and intelligence here. I don't see it. Everything I said, I can go provide you facts and intelligence here. So let's go down and take a look at some of the things he says. This guy, are you even a gamer? Are you even an Assassin's Creed fan? Do you know how long a lot of Assassin's Creed fans have been waiting for a series staged in Japan where they can play as a Japanese ninja finally? I mean, that just fits the Japanese settings. They have been waiting for the game for over decades, man. Then Ubi decided to use a huge black samurai as protagonist, not even a ninja. Stepping into Japanese history with your bare feet. This guy was Japanese, by the way. Like he said, you're speaking for us and trying to tell us, what we are. Ubi and IGN's discrimination against Asians, including Japanese, must not be replaced by discrimination against blacks. They shouldn't market Yasuke as an actual historical samurai then. You do not understand. Fans do not care if Ubi didn't state that Yasuke was being a samurai as a historical fact. There's just no way Yasuke was a proper samurai. He would have to 100% have a proper family name if he was a proper samurai, which he doesn't. He didn't have a last name either. This guy, you should be ashamed. Dude, do you even know all the facts regarding the uproar? Let's go to his channel real quick. I'm telling you, I could find this all over the place. Where people that are colored are being embarrassed. That's like I recommend this video. People that are colored are being say this guy is an embarrassment. He don't have much else to say. He's gonna say just dumb stuff. But I'm pretty sure y'all get the idea after this that this is insane and embarrassing. And somebody had to check him. I'm gonna be the one to do it. I'm gonna put him in his place. Look, where there's wrong, wrong gets checked. Where there's right, right gets appreciated. I'm all about standing with the truth and standing with what's should be done, and I attack ignorance. I don't care what you look like. Ain't got shit to do with me. I don't care about Yasuke being the main character. That's not what this is about. That's what I'm saying. That's what a simple-minded fool would see here. And I'm pretty sure all of you can understand where I'm coming from here. Like, even when I said earlier about, colored people killing more than anyone else, it is black on black crime. It's the highest thing in the world. Just look at the damn facts. I'm not saying nothing here to start up anything. I'm just speaking facts here. I didn't make it up. I didn't put those statistics. I'm telling you what's right there in front of everyone else, and everyone fucking knows this shit. Don't nobody want to live in no ghetto. They want to get in a better neighborhood. A lot of them say, man, can I get in the white neighborhood? Yeah, that'd be right there instantly. Because they know it. Like Tupac said, what you think just because we all living up in the same location with other blacks that we safe? We kill each other more than anything else. So what makes you think just because I'm in a room with black people that we're supposed to be getting along? They hate each other a lot. Come on, man. If then it wouldn't be the highest, black on black crime. Like, come on, bro. What you talking about? Stop saying stupid ass shit, man. I speak real stuff here. I'm not going to be saying dumb shit like this guy and try to make it seem like it's okay. It's like, nah, bro. Let's just be real over here and stop being fake. And you should make a video and apologize to Japanese people and apologize for embarrassing your own kind. Game over on this. I had enough of this guy, anyways. But these are some facts to back up things. You guys go read all my comments. You can go do historical study yourself. And I don't even think you have to. Everyone knows this guy's being an idiot. But that's the end of this video. I've covered this subject a lot. I just wanted to see if somebody was doing something ignorant. And I happened to be recommended and ran into this. And then I ran into some other good videos before that, as I showed you at the beginning. But all in all, guys, let's not fight each other and realize that Ubisoft is the problem here. We should only attack ignorant people like that, regardless of what you look like. You are being used by them for their agenda. They started this, not any of us. We're trying to attack the wrong nonsense here. That is completely wrong. That's my take on that. Like, subscribe if you guys like this content, like I said. And if you feel like you want to challenge me, my comments are open. I ain't going nowhere. All right, y'all have a good day. Peace.